Okay, guys, last week I went almost ballistic and I spoke about the law and I spoke about no harm, no loss, no injury, and importance of understanding this principle because this is a basis on which upon all the laws are derived and made upon. As long as you know those key three elements, no harm, no loss, no injury, which is a common law, you will be fine because you actually don't need to know each individual acts, all the protocols, all the sections in the world, which are maybe 5,000 of those, because you know the fundamentals or principles. It alleviates you from necessarily needing to know all the laws that are out there. And you might say, why do I need to know the law? You know, you have those people there who are professional, the police, the lawyers, etc. Well, it's all very good, but as you remember, no one is under obligation to tell you the truth. And it's up to you to invest money and time into yourself, into becoming a stronger person, an individual yourself, and growing your business. There will be people along the way who are trying to help you, but not everyone is there looking out over your shoulder and trying to help you. So just be mindful and be aware that those people, as you mentioned, on the other side of the law are also looking to make money. And it's very important for you to learn. And especially if you want to have kids or future offsprings, you need to know certain things to be able to give them some education and to be able to stir them in the right direction. This also prompts me to think about how we're treating each other, because at the moment we are faced with a difficult economy. We just heard the budget announcement and people are not so keen on it. The consumer confidence has gone down. And this will be the times where people will try to play Mickey, okay? Or they will try to play dumb, as they call it. I'll give you an example. A lot of small people, a sort of small businesses that are selling their items on the payment terms may be the first to feel, as you call, the downturn. Because a lot of the times, be it the restaurant, be it the big hotel, who are they gonna try to squeeze first or not pay? To the small guys, the small plumber, the small electrician, the small supplier, the small repairman. Because they know they can get away with it. Because they think that this small guy doesn't have the legal team behind him. And that's again what I'm telling you, to learn law or start studying. They think the little guy doesn't have good enough bollocks to actually knock the door and say, we need our payment now, please. They don't have enough bollocks to say, look, our invoice is actually a legal obligation for you to pay, because on the bottom of each invoice, if you don't have that, it should say, your goods belong to such a person unless payment has been received in full. So in my case, the goods belong to Pearl Coffee fully until the bill has been paid in full. And that is the brilliant sentence you can put on the bottom of your invoice if you're worried about supplying some people, or if you're worried that some people are not going to pay you enough on time or not going to pay you at all. Now, of course, the big companies or middle companies, they're also aware that the small people, they just want to sell, you know, and they're so desperate to sell that they will not do due diligence and double check the middle or big companies online to see how they're paying and so on. One of the things I would say to you is, yes, big companies always be expecting minimum 21, 30 days payment terms. And if you as an individual supplying it can't handle that, then it's going to be very difficult for you. Now, they will always delay you invoices. I know that from my business, by 7 or 10 days. That is bearable. But if it goes over and beyond that, you should press the start button, the red button, to say, hang on a second. We also have to pay the bills. We also have to employ staff. We also have to make a living and help our families flourish, not just you. So you have to put a bit of pressure on them and never be afraid of that. And remember, in industry like ours, whether it's a coffee or whether it's a domestic things, I was always told, the one who shouts the loudest gets paid first. The one who shouts the loudest gets paid first. And don't be afraid to say, look, you know, stop playing Mickey. I called you last week. You said, oh, our accountant is on holiday. He can't pay. Come on. If it's a medium-sized firm, their accountants don't log into their bank accounts, make a payment. They're telling you porkies. Just tell them that. Look, I'm not you telling me porkies. I don't want to create any conflict with you, but I just want to be shrewd and I'll make you understand that I am no Wally. I want to get paid for what I've delivered. Don't you think it's right? And I need to go as hard after 7 days, but just say I don't beat around the bush too much. I'm a straight person. I'm direct in my approach, and if you want to have a good job done, that's fine. You can also do something a bit more clever. You can say, look, if you want to pay us with such a delay, what can happen is that we're going to have to increase our prices, and that normally will stimulate people to pay you a bit quicker. You can also introduce a 2% discount on your price per your work or per delivery, as long as people pay you on spot or pay you within 5 days, for example. But experience that I have conducted, research, it shows that 2% discount produces no results, okay? So it's foolish to even offer it, to be honest, because the people who might bite on it are maybe like 2%, who actually have very good cash flow and not greedy. My point here, to wrap it up, is look, you need to be strong in this economy because the strongest will survive. And you must be able to put a pressure and a gas, what I call, on whenever you think is necessary. Because to be honest, who are they going to buy from? If you have good established relationship, whether you're a plumber, electrician, coffee man, repairman, doesn't matter. If you have good established relationship, people won't be able to click just like that and get some other supplier. They won't, because they know that you are reliable, especially if you have established some good trading terms. So my point is study the law, improve your invoicing. So just make sure you're very clear on the bottom of the invoice that goods belong to you unless paid in full, and send maybe another reminder or statement 7 days before it's due to remind people that, look, it needs to be paid. Now, a lot of the times, if you're dealing with the smaller businesses that are owned by a family, sometimes email isn't enough, because I'll be honest with you, even when supplier is chasing me, I sometimes don't see all the emails, or the secretary doesn't send all the emails through, I forget. So don't be afraid, pin a WhatsApp message, let people know direct, look, we're expecting the monies. Hello guys, I've looked at the comments and one of you commented, what type of watch are you wearing? And me being very direct person and open, I'm going to show you what it is. It's a Rado Florence Jubilee. Abia, Rado Florence Jubilee. Right, it's not automatic, it's battery powered because it's from a Florence. And this watch is, I think, a direct competitor of Rolex, if I'm honest with you, and I would recommend for you to get one if you wanted to. The reason being is because nowadays everyone has Rolex, and there's too many fake ones out there. You can't even, unless you're an expert, you can't even tell the truth. You see, but this one, particular one, I like it. I would love to tell you, oh, it has a 4 jewels, 0.025 carat, and all that stuff. That's not why I bought it. The reason I bought it, guess why? Because there was in USSR, there used to be in Bulgaria and other countries, back in 2000, used to be a really good movie. It was a series called Brigada. If anyone from Eastern Europe, they will remember what it is. And there, the top character, the top boss, he used to have Rado. And when his friends were wearing Breitling, Rolex didn't survive, the guy who was wearing Rado did. So for me, Rado denotes strength, power, confidence, and everlasting agility. So I would recommend you to get Rado if you are about those things. And remember, everything, the reason we buy something is because of our emotions. On emotional level, why do we buy something? We buy a watch sometimes for the status. We buy a car for the status. We buy coffee. Why do we buy coffee for? We buy coffee for pleasure, because it delivers us pleasure. We buy it for energy. So I'm going to show you in my next episode just why you should buy our coffee on emotional level, about the confidence that it's going to deliver you, about the energy it's going to deliver you, and about the pleasure, because we are emotionally driven society. We buy on impulses, we buy on emotions, and I want to show you just what the Pearl can do. Guys, a lot of people nowadays take an opportunity of online marketplaces. And which is the biggest online marketplace? Correct, Amazon. So I want to tell you that there is a general tendency to go and sell Amazon because people are making money doing a referrals business or just selling their own products. or other people's third-party products on Amazon. And you can start it today and start earning money today. That all sounds very good, but I'm sure you want to learn more about this. We will talk about this in just a minute. But before I go into more detail, I wanted to let you know about what kind of things you should be selling in 2025. In other words, the top selling products on Amazon in 2025. And that is health and fitness. Health and fitness is a very big category of products that you can sell online, especially on Amazon Marketplace. Not only is it the biggest marketplace out there that you can sell on, but also people are making a lot of money by being a registered business Amazon seller. And you can sell health and beauty items, protein powders. Cordyceps is becoming very popular now. I look by the performance of the products. The cordyceps, so like basically mushrooms. The lion manes, again, becoming very popular as well, and increasing number of sales. Why is this thing happening? This trend is happening because people are more health conscious. We suffered the 2020 bad effects and apocalypse, as I call it. So now more people are into health and fitness. Everyone wants to learn how to be fit and healthy more than anything else. And as you know, I know from personal experience seeing people, when people are told that they haven't got long to live, they're willing to spend whatever money there is just to be extra few years on the planet Earth. Anyway, the cordyceps is very good stuff. It's, as I told you, it's mushrooms, also antioxidant properties, and it's a very big market. So if you're using one, you can start selling one as well. But forget about that for just a second. The biggest market that there is actually coffee. I'm not going to tell you how to sell on Amazon just any other health and beauty products, because you can do it yourself. There are plenty of courses out there available. But what you can also sell, if you're already existing Amazon seller, is our coffee. You can sell our coffee, or you can sell your own branded coffee, because guess what? We do our own label products. So you can have your coffee within a week time, and you could sell it with your label, with your address, with your business name on Amazon if you wanted to. And it would be as easy as clicking a link in bio or putting in the comment section yes, and we will get back to you and we will send you our package and we'll give you or schedule a call with you. So don't delay, hit that comment button or hit that link in the description button, and let's get to work together, because coffee is the second biggest traded commodity in the world. So if you're not selling coffee, you're missing out. And when you're offered a benefit of actually not selling just a third-party product, but having your own label, creating your own brand, creating your own business, you know, you might be selling already your own brand protein drink. You can start selling your own brand coffee drink. You can actually start selling coffee with added cordyceps, which you can also do for you. And for those people who are cafe owners, did you know that Black Sheep Coffee, if you pay £5 or something, you can actually get a coffee with the cordyceps, because cordyceps is like a powder, it's added within the coffee grounds powder when it's come out of the grinder, and you have coffee cordyceps. It's over £5 for a little cup, 8-ounce cup. You see, you're not offering yet, you're not with the trend. Come on guys, get switched on. Introduce more products in your coffee shop. Try out new things. Read upon health and fitness, upon health and food, because it all ties in, and start introducing new things in your cafe.